Hey, what's up everyone? Mike here with the watch list video for Wednesday, August 9th. The SPY, another pretty narrow range day, pretty low volume. It feels a lot like August trading, to be honest with you. August is traditionally the slowest month of the year as far as volume, usually from what I see. I mean, I guess you get that around Christmas and all that too, but still, August is really, really dead. Other people in the room didn't think it was as dead as it was yesterday. So, you know, I guess it all depends on if you catch a good one or not. It feels like a better day. You know, somebody asked me if you know, I was kind of whining about today near the end of the day, saying how I didn't have any fun. And somebody said, well, you read today. I said, no, I made more money today than I did yesterday. But it was just a slow day. What can I say? Yeah, here's how slow it was. Apple, right? I had Apple on Bounce Watch. There, you can see what it did today. I think it was Nick C in chat gave the, let me zoom in a little bit, gave the break of 179.50. Right here it hit 48. So right there, I think, is where it broke 179.50. Stop was probably 25 cents, 30 cents below. And it did go from 179.50 to 180.27, right? That is pretty sad, right? When that's a highlight from the day. I also want to talk about MNK because you guys know I have some haters on stock twits. And I said coming into today that this was, let me go to the daily. This was my favorite chart coming into today. But if you take today's candle out of it, you can kind of see this nice little flag, right? Really, really liked it. And then fast forward and you see what it did today. But still, because I'm a day trader, made some money. It topped out, this blue line was the open, right? So it topped out right here at 185, came back down. Kevin P put out the idea over 185 with stacked catalysts above. I agreed. Yesterday's high, the whole number 2, and then maybe that recent high of 212, right? So the idea was right there. And it went up to whatever it was, 204, I think. So from 186 to 204, that's not a huge move. And then it fell apart, right? But just to explain or to give you a visual on what day trading is, right? Even though it's an ugly daily now, right? It rolled over. I had it on long watch. I loved it. I still made $381.05 in it, right? So that's kind of a synopsis of what day trading is. You look for setups. You take them if they meet your parameters. You scale into strength and you protect the entry after that, right? So got kind of ugly on me, but I don't care. Made a few bucks on it, right? Anyway, let me go into what I'm watching for tomorrow. Tilray. I made a joke on Twitter, I think, today, that be careful out there. When Tilray is a market leader, something's weird, right? But, you know, that's the biggest volume you've seen in a while on it, and a really strong close. I think they got into the beer market, too, or something. So who knows? But Tilray looks pretty darn strong, so we're going to keep that on watch for many, many days in a row. GRRR had big volume, closing well off its highs. Probably shouldn't be on the list, but I put it on the list anyway. Just looking for something to trade. BRSH, tiny float. I don't think it had news. It just was one of those low floaters that caught a bid and absolutely ripped. So we're going to watch that one tomorrow. RAD is Rite Aid. Look like it was rolling over and then right back up near the highs for the day is where it went out, and it's got catalysts above. So that one we're going to watch. MSGM. Kind of a sleeper pick. Only 1.2 million traded today, but you did have this pop and you're kind of flagging, right? So I'm going to need to see volume come in an A+ setup, and then maybe I'll get a trade in it. NKTR, big rip yesterday. Inside day today, looking for a third day play there. ACHR, nice bounce today. And went out near the high, so that bounce may continue tomorrow. Goes on watch. CRDF, I hate that this closed so far off its highs. I would have liked a more solid close, but it really did try to break out today. So we'll see. I'll have it on a chart. It looked like they have some good news. MNKD, let me pan out a little bit and get a better look at it. Well, maybe not. Anyway, it's up near recent highs, which would have been, well, when I say recent, let's get the right date. February 27th, this topped out at 573, and then today topped out at 563. So maybe we get it set up tomorrow through 550, knowing 63 and 73 are potential catalysts, right? Nice volume today, should be on a lot of traders' radar tomorrow. HLF is Herbalife, never gave a bounce trigger today, but we're still flagging, right? So it definitely goes right back on watch tomorrow. PLTR, just another red day. They did have earnings yesterday, kind of a bottoming tail there too. So we're going to see if that one can bounce tomorrow. VTGM, I'm on the fence on this one about whether to put it on the list, right? Had the gap up. Let me. If you weren't around, let's go to 15-minute candles and 24 hours. If you weren't around, this line right here is not an errant tick. This thing actually went up to $60, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like 60 to the number. Intraday or pre-market intraday, right? And then rolled all the way back over. And then let's get back to the daily. And this is what we're left. Let me try that again. Back to the daily. This is what we're left with. This was actually $60 briefly. And no, of course it shouldn't have been, but it did have good news in the pre-market on this day. It just got stupid, right? So anyway, you've got a ton of bag holders from yesterday and again from today. Maybe if we get a gap down in the morning, that might be worth looking at as especially in this area where the kind of the recent high, maybe around 550, we get a gap down. This might be a bounce. Let me try that again. Gap down, bounce play setup. That's a mouthful, but you guys know how to play those in chat. So we'll see. Again, everyone's underwater from the last 2 days, but this still could get a decent bounce one of these days. I wouldn't mind 2 more red days, but we'll see if we get a setup tomorrow. All right. Anyway, have I given enough caveats on that one? TNGX. The chart doesn't look bad anyway, over 4, but that's not why it's on watch. It's on watch because in after hours, it's trading at 626 right now. So potential gapper in the morning, we'll put it on the gap list. And then same with PENN is trading at $30 right now. So all the way up here. So that's also a potential gap play tomorrow. We'll see if they're still gapping in the morning, and then we'll play them like we know how. And that's it for me. Plenty to watch. We'll add gappers in the pre-market as we always do. Have a great night.